What's up, Yay Area? I'm David Kano, and this is Jim on Base.
Welcome back to another episode of the Jim on Base Show. We're back at Media Row in New Orleans with the great David Kano. And Dave, what brings you out today? You're here at Media Row in New Orleans.
I appreciate the great. I want to say great, but yeah, no, we're here. Super Bowl 59, the LIX. My wife was like, "Why is it LIX?" I'm like, "It's Roman numeral." She's like, "What is it?" She's like, "What is it?" I'm like, "That's the way they do it." But no, we're here. We're promoting Concussed: American Dream. It's a film. It's out on Apple TV, Amazon, Roku, Tubi, which creates awareness for concussions. And it's not one of these boring films where you're like, it's just clinical. No, we go into the story. Brett Favre's in it, Jim McMahon, Christian Okoye, Lee Steinberg. But instead of just having them interview, we found a story of Tyler Sash, who was 27 years old when he passed away, won a Super Bowl with the Giants in 2011, 2012, and he had the highest amount of CT in his brain for a 27-year-old until Aaron Hernandez. So it was something that I wanted to do, and while we're here, kind of promoting it on the different platforms.
Awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to watch. Like you say, you can watch on Apple TV, you can stream it. And what was it like working with some of these guys? I mean, I imagine you're a big sports fan growing up.
Yeah, as a kid growing up, I was a sports fan. I played football, I played volleyball, basketball, but football was all the thing that I gravitated towards because there's a fortitude you need in football and MMA and boxing that you don't have, basically a combat sport. And so I was like, well, when I hit a certain age, I could feel myself feel different. These high highs, low lows. I'm like, what's wrong with me? And I started doing more research. I knew what CTE was, chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Say that 5 times fast.
Chronic encephalopathy.
Okay, we'll do it.
I got some of it. Sort of.
And so, you know, I wanted to know more about it. So as I learned what it was, I mean, me and my production partner at the time was Ray Roman, then Zach Taran. We started traveling around America. We went to over 30 states, interviewing people. There's a lot of people that didn't make the cut. I mean, we had Sean Merriman didn't make the cut. We have Rashad Ross. He played with the Washington, Roger Saffold. But the point being is we wanted to do it around a story, and that way people would watch and not just say, I don't want to know what this is about, and go into their lives.
Well, yeah, it sounds like a great story too, and like a lot of just the right amount of mix of data with, like you said, keeping it entertaining and current too.
Yeah, you want to be current. We have a boxing one to follow on CT and boxing, and then MMA one to follow as well. And one of the things is you see how this affects not just football players, but boxers and MMA fighters. And as I'm doing my research, I want to know who has it worse. Is it the MMA fighter? Is it the boxer or the football player? And everyone has a different conclusion. I have my own conclusion. I think I'm right, and I know everyone else thinks they're right, but just based upon me being around boxing and MMA and football, I think the boxers have it the worst. But again, it's bad no matter what. And there's some people that don't get it at all, which is very rare. I won't say they don't get it. You don't see signs of it.
Well, speak about working with Lee Steinberg, right? Because I know he does a lot of contributions to different programs, foundations. What was it like working with him and having him be a part of it, it sounds like?
Yeah, working with Jerry Maguire, right? Lee Steinberg, or Tom Cruise, whatever you want to call him. It's been great because he actually wrote a white paper on concussions back in the early 90s when he was representing Troy Aikman, was one of his people that he represented. And so he's been really supportive of the film. And I think one of the things about Lee is he doesn't care, he just wants to help out. Meaning he doesn't care what people think about him because he did it when it was an unpopular thing to talk about head trauma.
Yeah, that would maybe get you blacklisted, right, if you're in the league.
I want to tell a story, but I won't tell it. But yeah, it was heavily frowned upon to talk about because that's the bottom line. The NFL has since done a really good job. They have the Guardian caps. I heard the last time statistics of head trauma or concussion are down in the NFL. So they've done a good job of trying to help out with player safety.
Well, David, it's great to meet you. Glad we connected here on Media Row. And for everyone watching and listening, it's Concussed: American Dream. Make sure you check it out, stream it, wherever you can.
And I'm Jim on Base.